Uh, Kasparov, Gary Kasparov's comments about the death of Alexey Navalny, I think, are telling. He says Putin is Navalny's killer. There's no doubt about that. But he also goes on to criticize Western governments. My rage and eternal scorn towards the Western politicians who treated Navalny's poisoning and jailing is just another negotiating point with Putin. Big talk, no action, more blood on their hands. And he says Western politicians should keep his name out of their mouths unless they're willing to fight too. And Alexey Navalny is not the only opposition to Putin. And it's not just Putin that needs to focus opposition. It's the groups that surround Putin, whether they're keeping him in the fridge or whether they're keeping him in power. It doesn't really make very much difference. The point is Putin alive or dead? Well, frankly, he abandoned humanity long ago. He's pushing up against the frozen peas. He is micturating. He is a has-been. And if he thinks that Tucker Carlson, if he thinks there's questions about Tucker Carlson was a stooge to the Putin performance, and Tucker Carlson failed to ask the important questions. If Putin wants to criticize that, I mean, the point is Putin has dictated so much, and now I think Alexey Navalny has clearly, I think he made a decision in going back to Russia. He came to the conclusion that he was probably more powerful dead than he would ever be alive, and I think his death will be decisive. And his wife has received a standing ovation in Munich, not surprisingly, and Yulia Navalnaya deserves everybody's sympathy and everybody's outrage. This is a shocking turn of events. Putin should be held accountable and must be held accountable. This is as much a part of Putin's policy as invading Ukraine. And it's not for somebody to start saying, oh yes, there's this case for, there's this case against, and you have to be measured and unbiased. I don't have to be unbiased. And I will take every opportunity to ridicule the man who is clearly a murderer.